If ever there were a time to do a silent episode, this would be quite nice because the rain.
Right,
Just
go
point the mics up.
So welcome to episode 25, the silent episode.
You wish.
Shite bag.
Doing it. See, it's pish.
It's no like fucking. You don't understand how this concept would. This would change everything. It would. I'm dead. Like during the Edinburgh Festival, right? I'm going to day one. Just got a load of comedians in, right? When you're not available, and I'm going to just get a room, book a room, a podcast room, do a silent episode. They'll stick it in as one of the episodes, just to see how it goes. And with some of the best comedians at the Edinburgh Festival are just sitting there.
I wish you the best of luck, but I'm not going to have my name on it.
But we'll be in this. I'll just say like Kris couldn't make it this week, so we're going to have a silent episode.
Oh, well, it would be a fitting. Christ, it's quite loud, that, isn't it? It would be a fitting representation of if I wasn't involved in the podcast, what it would sound like.
Yeah, man, have I got headphones? Have I not got headphones this week?
Again, there's no cable long enough to go all the way around.
That's all right.
Can you hear yourself over this rain?
Can I hear myself? It's pissed it down in Cumbernauld, ladies and gentlemen.
It's July as well.
It's the middle of July. It's like 12 degrees.
If you're lucky. I did see 15 at one point in the car today, but I was...
Aye. Fucking hell. I hope it gets better for Edinburgh. Fuck, I just shut myself there. So this has been like... I feel as if we've not done one for ages, Kris, because you've been busy as fuck.
We missed another week. The streak's in the bin twice. But I've been a busy boy. I'm not just patching you, I promise.
No. But that's all right. We've done like
we got 23 in a row.
23 in a row. We've done 25 altogether, which is like a milestone. It's like a quarter century.
There's a word for that. What is it again?
Quarter century. Welcome to our quarter century. Is there a word?
There is, but
Google it. Can you Google it? Is that like
the Googler's filming us?
An anniversary? Is there a
what's like the wedding gift for a 25th?
A packet of fags?
Is it no like, I don't know. Would it be silver, would it?
I'm not sure. So this is me and Kris's silver anniversary. So if you want to send us a present, send it to my address. No, we can't put an address on this.
Send it to the studio address, my address.
Have you got a studio address?
Not that it's going out there, no.
So try it anyway. Like I want to see if they can do this. Right?
Well, we could set up like a PO box so like people could send us stuff.
So just try it. Try it as an experiment, right? So put on Obie's fuck it, or Obie and Kris's, because you're yours as well. But it's, right, Obie and Kris's fuck it list podcast. Studio Cumbernauld, right? Just to see if it gets there.
The postman will know.
You never know. Your local postman might be a big fan.
Aye, walking about his headphones doing his deliveries every day.
Is there something? I think there was something online recently that somebody put something on somebody's address and they found them. And just something like fucking. No, what it was. I think there's. Have you ever seen Farmer Jim, the comedian?
I think I've seen
Jim
clips.
Smith.
I think I've seen clips. Aye.
So Jim Smith is a very good comedian from Perthshire up that way, and he runs a farm. So that's his niche.
I like Grant. Does farmer comedy.
So it's like he kind of runs his gigs up and. Well, he does a lot of gigs for farmers. That's his kind of market, right? Very good comic. And
farmers market.
Hey, cows and that. So he does a gig and he sells cows at the back, right? And, so he's a very niche comedian, right? But he does pretty well. He was actually his show was on at the Hogmanay a couple of years ago on the telly, so he's pretty good. So somebody sent a letter, and it says Farmer Jim, the comedian, Scotland. And it got to him.
Sorry about that. Aye, let's try it. It was somebody just send nothing of value because it may end up in the bin, but you know.
Aye, so you never know where to get it. The thing is, like, Jim's got a big following, but we've got like 4 people.
Oh,
50?
6. We've got 50 subscribers on YouTube now.
That's all right. That was more. The last time I looked, it was 30 odd.
Aye, I think we just hit 50 this week because it's
fucking milestones. 25th episode
and 50 subscribers.
So that means we've accumulated 2 punters per episode.
Looks like it, aye. And then we get decent. I mean, quite a few of the episodes are over 100.
What on?
on YouTube. I've not checked the audio stats in a wee while.
Aye. Aye, so Raymond's episode got like a couple of hundred, is it? 150, 200 or something?
Something like that. So was Bernie's. That one was really good.
Aye.
View-wise.
I think it just depends who shares it as well, because if you get somebody that's got loads of pals...
We'll get a high achiever like Bernie getting all the high numbers in.
Aye. I think Bernie just watched it 500 times.
Just got all like the students in our school. Watch this.
And I think during the festival, you're going to make it through the festival, maybe do a few, you reckon?
I might struggle during the week, but I'll definitely be through a couple, if not all, the weekends.
Right.
So,
because I could try and find somewhere we can do some.
Aye, that'd be good.
Because Saturday night, if we're doing Saturday, because I've got my 2 shows during the day. Mm-hmm. So I tell you, I only had one.
Plug them.
Oh, aye. I've now got an extra show, by the way. Remember the last
Plug that
time?
too.
The last time I only had one solo show in Jocks, Geordies and Aussies, didn't I?
You did say you were looking for a third.
Aye, I've now got one.
Excellent.
So I've got the Fuck It list. Obviously,
but not this fuck it list. I'm not.
It's related to this, but it's related to this. It's no the podcast. It's me. The Fuck It list. 2:20 Banshee Labyrinth. Then I've got. It's called How to Unleash. I can't remember exactly what it's called now. How to Unleash Fuck It mode.
Okay.
So it's related. So it's kind of a related. So one's mostly the first one will mostly be material. Yeah. Based on the Fuck It list, I'll probably do mostly crowd work with a loose theme on the second one.
I like it.
So that's at 4:45 in the Globe Bar. And
Did you get the Globe again?
Aye, I was lucky to get that because it was like, I think it was the stars were aligned.
Aye, because I know you'd said last time you couldn't get it because they lost venues and they were having to squeeze everyone into
so
this.
So it was lucky because it was like, I had the Globe Bar last year at 4:45, which was an extra show, by the way, because it was the Globe Bar that asked me.
All right.
For me specifically, because I'd done there a few years ago, which is quite cool. So I never got it this year originally, because basically PBH Free Fringe lost some venues to some other greedy bastards.
Why I oughta?
They ripped the comedians off. So they didn't have as many venues. So I only got one show, which was a bit annoying.
Yeah.
And then, luckily, somebody pulled out. Somebody was given my slot.
Oh, that
the 45 one was the exact same. And just as I sent somebody a message, one of the guys, about something else, he said, by the way, if you're looking for another venue, there's just come up.
And it's the exact one you like.
It's the exact same venue. I killed the guy that had it. Aye, so I was just lucky. Sometimes things just line up, don't they?
They do.
You know, so I could have got somewhere else. It was later on because a few years ago I had that venue that was like after my last show's 7:45, Jocks, Geordies and Aussies. Mm-hmm. It's actually Jocks, Geordies and Asians this year.
Oh, no Aussies.
No Aussies. There will be Aussies there.
You get a lot of Asians in Australia.
Aye, so it's probably like an Australian Asians.
Jocks, Geordies and Southern Hemispherians.
Aye, more or less. Aye. So I like to finish after that show because that means I can have a beer with like Dan and because it's a compilation show.
And what was the venue for that again? Sorry.
Whistle Binkies.
Yeah.
Now, you've probably played gigs in there, have you not?
I've been to gigs. I've not played it. I've not gigged much in Edinburgh, to be fair.
Oh, not. Whistle Binkies is quite a kind of well-known music venue.
I've definitely been to gigs. I've just not played.
Aye. Because every night, like when we finish, we're the last show on there. There's always like, it's quite annoying though. It's like, I mean, it's like because we've been out all day gigging and flyering and doing all our thing, and then what happens is like so that 8:45, 8:45, then we can get our money sorted and all that, and kind of so but just after 9 o'clock we kind of settle down, have a pint. But then what happens is about half an hour later, music comes on.
It turns into a club or something.
And it's like fucking loud as fuck. And I don't mind that. I'm not wrong with a bit of music. But we are knackered and chilled out and want to chat. And then it's all of a sudden,
I know what you mean.
Some singer like you comes on shouting the ball in, so it's a bit loud.
That's getting a lot of pubs are getting that way. Like, I don't mind sitting in a pub with a bit of live music, like somebody playing acoustic in the corner.
Aye.
But a lot of them, it's like somebody played acoustic in the corner, but like fucking loud as if it's a gig.
Does that annoy you or not?
Yeah.
Aye. I think it's alright if you're there for that.
If you're going to put on a gig like that though, I'd want it in a dedicated area that's like, if you want to come to the gig and specifically see the music and to have it be loud and be an experience.
Aye.
Be that. I understand why, and I like having venues that's like somebody's sitting playing as a bit of light entertainment, but if it's in just a pub setting where everyone's sitting trying to have a chat, just have it as the background.
Oh, totally. But I suppose Whistle Binkies is a dedicated music venue.
Aye, that's fair enough.
So we're the fucking problem
that's your
with
fault,
that. But it's just, when we
It's
sell
like
it.
going to the Hydro for a pint. Like, it's too late.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Fucking pink. Shut up, pink, you daft cow.
I came to Hampden for a quiet pint.
I was here, Hampden, was she? Aye. Fucking there. All of a sudden, pink comes flying past in a fucking trapeze hang. Fuck's sake, pink.
Oh. I'll
start a fight to do, you bitch.
I'm going to send some negative energy towards Hampden actually, because I went to see the Foo Fighters there 2 weeks ago.
How was it?
And it's a fuck it. Gig was good. Band were on fire. As a venue, fucking pish.
Well, Hampden?
Aye.
Was it? I was saying Hampden.
Just first thing, I don't understand why it's the only stadium I've ever known where they put the stage for a gig like along the long side of the stadium.
Oh, it's usually up at the goalpost, is it?
Aye.
Aye.
But in Hampden they put it along the long end.
Right.
Which is fair enough. Okay, you get a sort of wider crowd.
Aye.
That's not my problem with the gig. That's just a weird thing about Hampden. Problem with the gig, admittedly, we got there slightly late because there was taxi problems. But like they obviously cover up the grass and the pitch.
Aye.
With like
What did they cover up? It was bricks.
It's like just big plastic shit.
Big plastic gig slabs.
Gig slabs, let's call them that. The thing with Hampden is, and I've been to quite a few stadium gigs and I've never noticed this, but the gig slabs at Hampden, see, if you're at the edge of them, have quite a big incline on them.
Right.
So by the time we got there, it was like they were just starting the first song, and we came down like the stand at the side, worked our way around to near enough the middle of the back of the standing section, and we were right on this sort of incline. So like I was the tall one of the group, and I'm only 5'11", and I couldn't see.
With some tiny pals there.
I do. Scott, you watching?
How did you see?
What age is it?
What height is he?
About 4 foot, fuck all.
Is he? I've never been. I'm like 5. I'm 5'8". I've never been the big. I've never been the big guy in the group.
No, he's not that small, but he's smaller than me.
Probably the size of me, isn't he? 5'8".
Round about, aye.
Aye.
So
a medium cunt.
A medium cunt, indeed. A good description. Aye. So we couldn't see anything where we were standing, but that was fine. They went to the bar to get some drinks and they came back, and where we were standing, it sounded shit.
Aye.
But we were sort of...
Was that because of the way it was laid out, you think? Or?
Not even that, just where we were standing, to be fair, because we were like sort of too far from the speakers, like at the front at the stage.
Aye.
But then there was other speakers like just above us that were sort of for the stands, and we were just too close to them or like kind of right under them.
Aye.
So we didn't really get a good sound, but we only stayed there for a song or two. We moved back to the big tunnels that go out under the stands to go out to the toilets and the bars and stuff. The sound was good there. We still couldn't really see anything. And then there was people like coming in and out of this tunnel to get to the toilet and the bar and stuff. And then staff, fucking high vis, just appeared with big signs like "tunnel temporarily closed."
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So there was a big farce there.
Did they have that voice?
That's just me reading the sign. That was the voice of the sign.
But that's a kind of authority.
Tunnel temporarily closed.
That's a kind of cunt. No, that's one of these cunts. Like, aye.
So from there, we watched a couple of songs there, and then we ended up moving further around the side, where we got a wee sweet spot where it sounded good. We were very close to being like 90 degrees on to the side of the stage, so we couldn't really see much. We could see the screen. Could see like Dave Grohl at the front of the stage, but then obviously the rest of the band are a bit further behind him, so we couldn't really see them. But it was fine. Still enjoyed myself. Still cried my eyes out when they played a song in dedication of Taylor Hawkins. God rest his soul.
Who was that? That's why they're band members.
He was the drummer. Aye.
All right, so I'm not very clued up in music. Aye. Aye, do you know? I think like I know these stadium gigs are good for the band, but do you know? I think like, wee intimate gigs are better.
Oh, definitely. Aye.
You know what I mean?
But even like, I'm trying to think, what else have I seen in a stadium? I saw Muse in Manchester at the Etihad Stadium years ago, and I remember that being great. Both sound wise, we were kind of in the middle of the stand, and that was the traditional stage was doing the end.
I've only ever been to one stadium gig.
Was it Oasis?
It was Oasis.
Of course it was.
I might have been good. I was pissed. It was like 2000, year 2000, and I was raging because like we were all like all my mates we were all drinking Mad Dog, and the way we walked into the stadium and that was that we were fucked. And we were in. I'm sure we were in the Beehive. I think it was in Edinburgh, the Grass Market, and I don't even know how far. Was
it Murrayfield?
Murrayfield. How far is that for?
I've never actually gone to Murrayfield from the centre. I've only gone from here.
It's closer from the Grass Market than
I'm sure it is, but I rarely start my day in the Grass Market, you know.
But But it was a bit of a walk, I remember, and the Happy Mondays were on first.
Right.
And I was raging because I couldn't get my mates together to go. Because I was kind of looking forward to seeing the Happy Mondays
Aye.
more than Oasis. I was an Oasis fan. I was like, I want to see the Happy Mondays.
Yeah.
But we missed them.
Oh dear. And did you ever see them?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Oh well, that's that then.
I'm not that bothered because I'm not that bothered with music.
Um,
And
I saw Foo Fighters another time at Murrayfield, and again that one was really good, both
Aye.
sound wise and good view, everything. I just get beef with Hampden, and then just even getting to Hampden's a cunt, and then there's no transport. We were at Scots, who stays no far.
That's
so
handy.
So we just got a taxi. But if you were trying to drive there and park somewhere or try to get public transport, it's not happening.
Nightmare. So what I'll say is fuck Hampden.
So for the live podcast show that we're yet to book, we'll give Hampden a pass.
We're going to do the live podcast show in Murrayfield.
Or Ballyhouston, I like Ballyhouston gigs.
We'll do that, aye.
So,
do you think there's ever been a podcast in a fucking stadium? Has that ever happened?
there's definitely been arenas.
I know.
The Have a Word did Liverpool Arena. Shane Todd did the Tea With Me podcast in Belfast Arena a couple of weeks
Right.
ago.
Who's he?
Northern Irish guy. Shane
Comedian.
Todd. Aye.
I see. I've been doing comedy for 25 years, and Kris knows more about comedy than I do. It's one of these things, isn't it?
Aye, so it's like podcasts are getting to the point where they're doing
Aye.
arena shows.
I don't like. Is it?
They don't always do the Tea With Me one. Shane Todd, they did actually like record a live episode on it, whereas the Have a Word one
They
wasn't.
do stand up.
Aye, the two of them did a bit of stand up, and then various things, just like daft, a bit of music, because their producer Finn,
Aye.
he sings, he played some stuff. They had like mad dance numbers. They had a DJ set, all sorts of nonsense.
See, I think you'd need to have that. I think like just a podcast would be difficult, especially that. I mean, I think in a small room it's quite cool. So if we got to a stage like maybe next year doing the Edinburgh Festival in a small room with 50, I think that'd be all right.
Even more than that, but I think that'd be an ideal.
If you got a big enough audience, but it's like I think if you're doing, I know the Just Laugh guys done the pavilion,
They did
but
pavilion.
they had things going on, so they kind of planned it out. They had different wee things going on.
Did you watch it? It's on YouTube.
I didn't see all
They
of it. I
had
seen
like
bits
Darren
of it.
Connell was doing like wee bits in the audience.
Aye,
He was up in the box in the theatre, dressed as like the Phantom of the Opera and stuff.
Aye, because Darren Connell, he was meant to be doing a stand-up show there, but it got cancelled for some reason. For some other show that was on.
I can't remember what it was, but they pulled his date and it had a bit of a breakdown for a week, and then they were like, "Do you want to come and do this show at the pavilion?" Aye, good fun.
Aye, so that became part of the show. So he was shouting at them, "You're stealing my dreams, you cunts!" So I seen that. I seen wee bits of it. Aye, Big Raymond Mearns was on it.
Aye, and who else? Greg Hempel, he was there.
Greg Hempel. So they had some big names on it. Aye, so
Aye.
aye.
Oh well, we'll get there.
Aye. Aye, so I think, I don't know, I think if you're doing, like, I think there's a guy, have you ever heard of the Comedian podcast? Stuart Goldsmith.
I've heard of it, I don't think I've ever watched
That's
it.
good. It's like a guy, I listen to that. It's good for comedians for advice. She maybe get somebody's writing process.
Is it like they just have guests on and talk about
Aye,
their process type thing?
Aye, so it's like, aye, so they had like Jimmy Carr and big names on it.
Right.
And he done a live one, but it was after Jimmy Carr's show.
All right, okay.
So I think what happened was Jimmy Carr was doing his solo show, and then they had an extra where he just done a podcast, so people were already invested in it.
Aye.
So he'd done his show, got his round of applause, and then sat down and
Then you get podcasts that are only live shows. Have you watched Richard Herring's
No.
Leicester Square Theatre podcast?
all right, aye.
That's just always him interviewing usually comedians, sometimes different people, but it's always filmed in the Leicester Square Theatre in front of a full audience.
Aye.
So, aye.
Well, maybe I think there's I'd need to work out how to do it. I mean, it's fine doing it here, but it's like I need to work out the art of doing a podcast in front of an audience, because I think it's a different skill.
A wee bit, aye, but less so than...
I mean, you've probably watched more than me, right enough, but...
Aye, I've not watched too many that are like live ones. And as I say, when it's like established podcasts that are normally down in a studio just doing a one-off live one,
Aye.
they'll be a wee bit more performative with it and do sort of
Aye.
more callbacks to sort of people's favourite moments, like the Some Laugh guys done.
Aye. So you need. I think you need to plan it out a wee bit.
Aye.
You know, you can't like we because I've not done one for a couple of weeks. We just turned up, and Kris went, "What were we talking about today?" And he went, Don't know. So you couldn't really do that at the pavilion. We turned up like just half-arsed.
I reckon if anybody could get away with it, it's you.
Turning up half-arsed. And I've just trapped off somebody who's just ate dinner. Oh fuck!
Aye.
I'm doing a gig in the pavilion in
I've
10
been in
minutes.
the pavilion for 6 hours setting up the full sound system.
This day you kid on, you've just done it for half an hour. You're running about going, oh fuck, the microphone's not working. Try to set up your phone and that.
That was my day the other day. We were gigging and we did a charity gig in Grangemouth the other day.
Aye.
And it was that's why the studio's still in disarray, because we've been using it as a rehearsal studio for the band. So the tables.
Just a multi. What do you mean? It's a dedicated podcast studio, Chris?
Well, I've undedicated it.
Tell them you've got like a rehearsal
compound
studio next door as well.
I wish that's the dream. I'd like that.
Aye.
But no, we had to use this. So this particular gig, it was the first time, like, me and Ainsley have had this band, The Fallen Hearts, for years and years, and we've been playing, and it's always just the two of us. Right. Me playing guitar, we both sing. 9.5 times out of 10 we're using backing tracks run off my iPad, so it sounds like a full band, but it's only the two of us playing. A couple of months ago, we've turned it into an actual full band.
Fucking yes, about time, because you hardly been gigging.
It was on my end of last year fuck it list, wasn't it? To get gigging again.
Yep.
I know I said one a month, but
you're out doing it. These things never happen perfectly,
but we're getting there. So this was the first gig as the full band. We've been rehearsing like fuck for a few months, which is another reason why we've missed a few of these, because I've been busy with that.
He dumped me for his band.
I did. Listen, once work calms down, I'll have time for both. So this gig we were doing, like, there's no sound man, there's a sound system in the venue in terms of speakers, but I had to take.
So what was the venue?
Grangemouth Town Hall.
All right.
It was a charity event. We were just.
I think I've maybe been at a gig there.
Aye.
Not performing. I was at a gig there years ago.
It looks like one of these sort of town hall theatre rooms.
Aye.
And it's got, you know, that fusty theatre smell.
Oh, aye. I like that smell. Aye.
Was at one point, we were fucking panicking, trying to get the sound working. And there was 2 cables coming out the back of the desk, and they just go into a hole in the wall. And I said to like the wee caretaker guy, I was like, "Do you know where those cables go? I need to find out where they are so I can like get this thing running." And it was just this wee old clueless guy that was like, "No, son, here's what happens with the sound, right? The woman on the Zumba that comes in on a Friday comes in and she plugs her iPad into that desk with a cable that sits there, and it's no there now, so you've stole it." And
fuck's sake. Cunt.
That's what he said. And he goes, and then she just turns it on and it comes through those speakers. I don't know what you're worrying about. And I'm like, I'm worrying because I've got everything plugged in here that I need, and it's no coming out the speakers.
So you stole his cable?
I stole fuck all, but I was accused.
Fucking old cunt. Who is he?
I don't know. In fact,
he maybe watches this.
Aye, maybe. Imagine he's one of the 50 and I've just.
Maybe, aye.
Oh God.
We're down to 49 punters now.
Aye. Anyway, we got there in the end. It was a good gig. We were doing 2 hours. The first hour was me and Ainsley doing the stuff that we have been doing.
Aye.
And then the second hour was the full band, which the only reason we only done an hour is because it's taken this long for us to learn an hour's worth of songs.
Aye.
Went down really well. The bit, me and Ainsley's first bit, the sound was still a wee bit ropey, and it's extra hard, by the way, trying to be a sound engineer while you're also singing on the stage.
Aye, I know. Fucking hell,
you
man.
can't stand at the back of your room and mix a band while you're on the stage.
Oh, I mean, when you see the state of me trying to sort out the microphone for the comedy workshop, I'm like, Chris, what the fuck? Trying to fiddle about with this thing.
Do you know what the problem was with that mic? There was a big hole in it, and there was cables inside that were just not attached to anything. So, but we're back to Tenants this week, anyway. Oh,
aye, last week, aye. Well, Viv actually offered me her stuff last week.
Oh, did she?
I just didn't have time to go down and pick it up.
Aye. If you'd said that, would have brought stuff, but.
Aye, probably. Too late now. It's in the past, Chris. Can't you live in the past, man? It's done.
Sorry, I got some good gags out of the broken mic in the new mic stand.
Oh, what did you say again? I can't remember.
There was that gooseneck mic stand.
Oh, aye. I see, Chris is like, this is some will say to you, Chris, right?
You've nicked that fucking cable.
No, it's like, I love, like, see doing the workshop, like we've got our second one, there's a few people come back. I love seeing the development in people. Because it's like, you see the difference between you and the guys that are just starting.
Yeah.
You know, because you see they're at the kind of stage you were the last time.
Yeah. And I remember, was it that long ago? I remember what it felt like. First time round the workshop, I was like, kind of nervous every time we went in. And sometimes I'd say to you, like, oh, can you get me on first? Because I get quite nervous if I sit
there fucking rattling.
Aye. Especially if I'm on near the end or if I'm on after somebody that I think's particularly good. I get extra nervous. I know that's still part of it, and I will get, that you'll get that out when you're gigging and stuff. But and I still get a wee bit of it. Another factor being, because of all these things I'm telling you about, I'm dead busy with. I've not quite had the time to commit to writing stuff as much as I'd quite like to. So I'm sort of doing it while I'm there, while I'm driving home, and while I'm driving back there the next day. But it means it's still quite fresh, and you're thinking about it. But
sometimes when you're kind of that way, you don't give you kind of take your eye. You kind of don't care as much. Well, you care, but you're kind of going, fuck it, this will do. But that kind of attitude,
that's kind of how it's been.
Makes it more natural.
Aye, because I think it has definitely, the stuff I've done at the workshop this time round has come across a lot more natural. Because the first time round, I was fairly happy with what I'd written, but I was basically performing it word for word as I learned. Whereas this time I'm trying to be a wee bit more just learning the vague bullet points of it and sort of delivering it more as myself, which I really want to. I want to bring more of myself across on stage. So you're getting that way, right? And I don't know if this is it. Is this doing a podcast helps because you're speaking every week? Like in the past, like before this, I wasn't particularly good at just speaking, even holding a conversation. And I get not to say I'm good at that now, but having done it for an hour a week for 25 weeks definitely helps a bit. So it's probably helped me as well. Certain things, I don't know about stand up, but it's like a different skill. And even people that are watching this are saying you are improving in what you're doing. So I think like finding a voice on this is different from a comedy voice. Because it's another sort of persona, a character type thing in it. So different from your stage one. Obviously, like you on here are different to who you are on stage. Is slightly different. But the stage guy turns up every now and again, has a wee breakdown. But the guy with this voice. No, that's a totally different guy altogether. He's no coming out at all. That wee guy, right? Oh, I think he needs to come out. So there's what you're doing differently, right? And so that's during the workshop. I get people up as often as possible with nothing, so they have their material, but I get them up just tell me about their week. And see when we did you're getting more natural with that, and you come out with your story about your setting up with stuff for your band, which was quite good. So every time we did that on the first workshop, I hated it. I hated being up talking in front of people without prepared material. I didn't even particularly like being up with the prepared material. But so like the first 2 weeks we only did that. And I came away like, I don't know if I like doing this. And then when I started doing my material, I was like, alright, it's okay. This time round, again, the first 2 weeks we did that, and I felt a wee bit better about it, but I still wasn't quite happy with I'm wriggling a bit with my sort of wriggling a bit with my just being able to improvise. But then I'm getting a bit angry at myself because I'm like, I'm good at just sitting chatting shit and being funny, so why can't I do it on stage? You can do it. The last couple I'm doing it now, but I mean that's how I felt after the first 2 weeks. And then like I think the third week was alright. I missed last week because of football, and then the one we just did, I just felt far more comfortable with it, and I think that a bit of that person that I want to be able to bring out on the stage is out a wee bit. That's there's a thing in comedy, right? It's called I when I started comedy, experienced comedians used to say it, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? A thing called finding your voice. Yeah. And it's like, it's a weird thing in it, and you're getting there, and that doesn't mean that's you've done like one gig, so that doesn't mean, but it's just becoming more yourself on stage, because you start off, you're kind of stumbling's the word, isn't it? Stumbling your way through your material. And I'm also trying to use notes less this time round. Because last time it's working for you, though, isn't it? Because last time I would like basically have near enough a script written out on my iPad or whatever, and I wouldn't stand there and read it word for word. I would sort of skim it and be like, right, that's the next bit, and do it. This time I have written it word for word just because I think certain phrases are funny and I want to keep them, but then from there I'm sort of just reducing it to PowerPoints with a couple of words, and then from there I want to implement some of the visualisation stuff that we've been doing as well to just help remember the order of stuff. That's my kind of plan for the next couple of weeks leading up to the gig. And you come out like, and what Kris is getting good at there is like Sunday, you come out with, you're talking about your band. Tell them about that. That was quite good, right? You don't need to deal with material. It's quite good like how you were setting up your music, how you're doing the cues for your band so that members. You asked us just to come up and talk a bit about our week. So I do that as a warm up. So what I do that as a warm up to try and get people to chat conversationally, and then try and get their material to sound conversationally. So that's the idea behind it. And as much as oh, I'm going to give you a peek behind the curtain here. That wasn't necessarily true, or or did it happen that week? Like, see the thing I told you about the hotel as well, the people shagging next door?
Aye.
That happened a year ago, but I thought it would be a funny story.
Aye, it doesn't matter though. It's
so
all comedy's all lies.
I told a story about like how I'd spent the week, which was true, getting the stuff ready for this gig, where apart from all the rehearsal stuff, I've also been dealing with all the backing tracks for the band. So there's like other instruments playing that aren't on stage, it's just playing off a track. Sorting click tracks, it keeps everyone in time, and then I also record little cues that come through the monitors, so everyone's like,
music's complicated, isn't it?
Aye, so it's like at the start of the song, it'll be like, right, drums and guitar after me, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that goes all the way through the song. So there's wee bits that I'm like,
so you're kind of giving them cues for the other guys to come in.
So everyone knows the songs, but this just makes sure everyone's exactly on the same page. We know where we are, because it's particularly important when you're playing with backing tracks, because you can't. See if somebody like misses a bar, you can't just turn around and go like, all right, now we'll start the chorus, because the backing tracks are recorded, they're doing what they are.
Right, okay.
So everyone needs to be bang on. So that's what I've been doing. I've been recording all these wee bits of me going like, chorus 2, 3, go, and then
with that camp voice as well.
That is the exact voice.
I want 2, 3,
and I do this while I'm recording it. 2, 3. So that's actually the end of what I've been up to music wise that week.
Right.
But just in my head, I thought, it'd be quite funny if while I was recording these, like the night before the gig, we rehearsed, everyone's used to exactly the words that I say in each song at these wee sections, and I thought it'd be really funny the night before the gig if I go back in, re-record extra cues. It's just like in the middle of a guitar solo or something, everyone's monitors just hear me going, Scott's just farted.
Aye.
Or like, Dave, you fucked that bit up. Or something like that. Which I never did, but at the workshop I got up and said I'd done that. And it was enjoyed, so I thought that was...
Oh, wait a minute.
So
this didn't happen.
I was specifically told to come up and say, what have I been up to this week? And I said,
and you lied.
I was actually lying for comical effect.
Fuck's sake, man. I can't believe this.
But it went down quite well.
I feel betrayed now.
I'm sorry. I promise I'll tell the truth this week of what I've been up to. I nearly got run over at work today. Do you want to hear about that?
Aye. No, hold on. I feel get this feeling of betrayal away. No, comedy's all lies. Right, what is it? What happened to the work? What? Right, tell it. If you believe him, what happened to work, tell us. Is this a real story?
This is real.
I don't know if it's real anymore.
And my pal Ben's just started working with me as well, so he can back this up, because we were both lying at the side of a road with our head like in a hole, working on electrical shit.
He wasn't even working today. That's what he did.
I just lie at the side of the road with my head in a hole. No, just like an electrical box.
Sniffing snails and that.
There was actually Ben knelt on a snail and killed it. So.
Oh, cunt. Fuck Ben.
And then there was like a family of snails actually. I'll come back to how he nearly died, but he knelt down to like help me open this door and just heard a crunch, and then he got back up and there was a wee snail all fucked.
Aww.
And then there was about 6 snails all gathered round it, and I was like, oh, we better move them. Just out of the way the bit we're working at. So he just like picked one up, chucked it that way, picked one up, chucked it that way, and I'm like, why are you separating them?
Because that'll take about 2 weeks before they get back there.
So not only has he murdered one, but then he separated all the family.
Fuck's sake, man.
Anyway, after we removed them, we got to work.
That sounds like the kind of shit Hitler did.
There you go. I worked with Hitler. This big electrical box in a chamber under the ground. We were both like fucking lying beside a road. The road's no shut. It's like it's a 70 mile an hour dual carriageway.
What road?
Let's not get too specific here.
All right.
Aye, just like 70 mile an hour. Lorries flying past us like closer than us to that door.
Shit.
And it's just beside a wee junction. So there's like cars waiting to come out onto this main dual carriageway. And then we're sitting with our head in this hole and just hear a fucking horn going like mad, and we both got up like meerkats and looked round, and somebody's pulled out of the junction just in front of a fucking lorry, and it was quite close to being hit and then just tumbling over us.
Shit. Scary shit, working the roads. So if you're out there on the roads and you see workmen,
kill them.
No, because they're snail killers.
Aye.
Fucking hell, man.
I feel like that was a bit of a tangent from what I was actually talking about.
No, you said you're talking about like music.
I was talking about music. I don't know what I was saying about music, but I'm glad to be back in it. That was what day? Saturday was that gig.
Aye.
And I've got the whole band. I've got like a right wee buzz going from it. Can see the first the first hour of it, as I say, was me and Ainsley doing what we always do, and I enjoyed that as I always do. But then the second set, just with the full band, I've not played on stage with a full band in 9 years.
Really? Fuck's sake.
Maybe I've done the odd wee like guest spot or got up and played a song or two. But being on stage as part of a band that I'm in, I don't think I've done for 9 years. And I was the drummer back 9 years ago when I was last in a band, which is also the last time I played those drums that are stacked there.
There's drums just beside you there. If you look behind you, if your box just behind you.
If you're wearing a 360, are you getting my drum? Are you getting it out the bag and everything?
No, I'm just show them. There's a drum.
There you go.
Just to prove. So Kris is actually in the Orange Walk.
Oh, actually, that gig was actually delayed. That gig in Grangemouth was delayed by 20 minutes because there was an orange walk coming down the road and it blocked the traffic.
Was it?
Aye. So where was I?
Right, sorry.
Aye, so that's how long it's been since I've like been in a band, and I'd kind of forgot. We've been rehearsing for months and I've been enjoying playing in a group, but then just being on stage, I said in a group, I sound like a wee gran.
Aye, fuck it.
The gran never say, "Are you still in your group?" That's what grans say regarding bands.
Aye, your group, are you doing your thing?
So I've been rehearsing and loving it. We played that set, just me and Ainsley, and I was like, yep, gigging, I enjoy it. And then just something that I totally forgot existed, that like energy between 5 people in a band.
You get a kind of synergy or something. Is synergy is a word in it?
Aye.
You kind of get like a...
And I hadn't felt that in years, and I kind of forgot about it. And I'm still sort of like riding that high now. So we're booking a few more gigs now, and we're working on like...
So who's in it again? Is you and Ainsley? Who's all other guys?
Ainsley, we've got Scott on the drums. Wee Scott.
Wee Scott. Wee tiny Scott. He's smaller than the snail.
Oh God. Scott listens as well. I love this.
Hello, Scott. Hello there, little man. Hello. Hello, son.
So he plays the drums.
Did you put the drums down dead low for him?
Oh, he has to get a specially made stool.
Does he use matchsticks and that?
Just like what's a comically small symbol? Like the lid off a wee tin. Those these symbols.
Aye. Goodness. It just takes the lid off a tin of corned beef and shapes it into a symbol.
Oh yes.
Wee Scott, hello, son.
So Scott's the drummer. I've got our friend Dave McQueen is a guitarist.
All right.
Lead guitarist. So
is that 4 of you then, is it?
And then we've got Paddy on the bass.
All right.
So there's 5 of us.
You needed a triangle, man.
So do you want to come and do a guest spot in the triangle?
I'd fucking love to do that, aye.
We'll sort that.
Can we do it? No, seriously?
Aye.
Can I fucking, I'm in a band.
Yes.
Right, that's cool, aye.
That's tick one off the bucket list, playing with a band.
Aye, no, because I'm like technically shite at music, but if I got to play, I'd be like Bez for fucking, is it Happy Mondays he's in? The guy just jumps about like a fairy.
Oh God, aye.
Is it Happy Mondays, isn't it?
You wouldn't know, you never saw them.
I never saw them, aye. So I just felt like the guy jumped about. But I could play a triangle.
Well, we'll see.
Or a tambourine, but is that too much?
There will be an audition, by the way.
Fucking hell, the pressure's on. I know, that's on my bucket list, by the way. If I get, like, do one gig playing the triangle.
There we go, we'll sort that.
Right, fucking
so, we've not got in booked at the minute, but we're in some negotiations. And then we're working on, like, we've got Scott's pals doing, he's like a graphic designer, he's doing like logo stuff for us. And we're like, we're going to sort of be photo shoot soon. And from that, we're going to like proper launch on social media and this kind of thing.
Aye.
Get some videos out. So.
You try and get some gigs at the Edinburgh Festivals, always hundreds of music, like Whistle Binkies, maybe. I can maybe speak to them.
We'll see.
Because I don't know how you book gigs. I don't know how that works.
We'll see. The guitarist Dave is in a wedding band, so we need to sort around all his bookings, so he's got loads of stuff we need to work around as well. But looking forward to it.
So you got to, man. You've got to do your fucking thing, man.
Aye.
You can't not. I mean,
as well, like that last week as well. So like the week leading up to the gig, we had 2 rehearsals that week at night. Every other night, I was working on all the backing track shit, and I had a cunt of a week at work, so I had like barely slept that whole week.
Aye.
And then the day of the gig, stressful. Like they said to us, the gig started at 1, and they were like, "Oh, you can get in at 12:15," and I'm like, I need to set up all sorts. So they ended up getting in at 10 in the morning. And that
was 1 in the afternoon gig?
Aye, because it was like a charity thingy, afternoon do. So we got in at 10, set stuff up. We had a couple of wee issues with the sound and we were fucking panicking for a bit, but we got there. We got everything sorted like right on time. And it realistically couldn't have gone any better based on that kind of thing.
So how many people were there?
I'm going to say about between 50 and 60.
57.
Let's say 57. Maybe more. It was
What
like,
about the old cunt that said you stole his stuff? Was he there? Did he watch?
I think he just sat in his office. No, I didn't see him during it.
Sounds like a prick. I would have his fucking batter his cunt in.
But no, I'm enjoying it, and I've got
Aye.
that. I've got that. Don't know, just a bit of drive to keep it going. We all do. So I'll
You know
put
what?
actually. We've got quite a lot of videos from.
Aye.
I'll put like a wee montage of just some of the songs we
Aye,
played. A lot.
can you put it new? And then
We'll put it new. So if you enjoyed that,
was brilliant,
and
man. That
if
was
you want to,
fucking-
if you want to book a country band
Aye.
playing some of those songs and all sorts, get in touch. I'll put the social media is not like up and running yet. We have got an account, so I'll link it, but we're going to like proper relaunch it and use it. So
because like that's kind of you doing that against kind of a party of the fuck it list idea, isn't it? Actually, good
Aye, well,
them.
that was a big part of it. I said I want to get back into
Aye,
doing music stuff because last year I think me and Ainsley on our own maybe did 3 gigs,
you need to, man. It's
something like that.
because you miss it. You know, you miss that buzz you don't get doing normal jobs.
And even as much as I say, like, we've done those 3 gigs and we enjoy it, and you know, we're playing again next Friday, just me and Ainsley, a wee acoustic gig in a pub. And I love doing that kind of stuff, especially getting paid for it, getting paid to do what I love. But
where's that one?
that's up in Pitlochry. It's the old Smithy Inn. Not the Smithy up the road for here, but the old Smithy in Pitlochry.
That's cool, aye.
Yeah, so if you're up that way, feel free next Friday.
So it's definitely right. I know that when we started off the podcast, we spoke about, we had a list, I can't remember what exactly was on it, about stuff that you want to do. That was part of yours.
Yep.
And one of mine, like, I don't know if I had this on the list, but it was always part of it was playing pool again. You know, and like, 'cause I used to play a lot of snooker, right, and pool, and I started playing a few pool tournaments.
Johnny O'Sullivan.
Hey, aye. And so I played 2 the last few weeks. Got to the final 1 week.
Yes.
Got pumped 4-0 in the first round of the last week.
That's the way with pool. I know you're a big fan of the 8-ball pool game on the phone. I've been back into this week, and I usually play the tournament, so you need to win 3 in a row.
Aye.
And I can go on a streak and win 3 in a row, and then get fucked 10 in a row, man.
I'm good at that, but the thing is, like, that's not a good fucking for me. That wee game I play. That takes up too much of my time.
It should be your fuck it to delete that.
Aye, I'll tell you, like I've got hold on, I'm going to actually show you. Like, this is embarrassing.
I'd show you mine, but it's filming. But does it actually show you like hours played?
No, quite. But I'll show you. Well, I don't know. It probably does somewhere. Put glasses on here. Right. Well, this is embarrassing. Right. I'm actually ashamed of this shit. Let me see. Pool. So I'll just show you, right, this is how much time I fucking waste. Right, it's a good game, by the way. It's fucking...
It's great.
Like, that's the end of the podcast. We're going to give it this now, right?
Do we want to play each other?
Aye, we're going to give it to do that. We're going to give after it, right? Just for a laugh. Right, so, let's see.
We just get the sounds on and everything. He means business.
I know.
Mine's a silent toilet game.
Silent toilet game.
You know that way you enter a tournament in it and then you've got pins and needles in your legs by the time it's over?
Right, see if I can get it. I'm trying to get my stats up. Just to be embarrassed with my stats.
I don't even look at my stats. Does that mean I don't care enough?
Aye. Oh, wait a minute. Let's restart the game.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm trying to get the stats up, man. Look at that. Like, fucking late. Look at that.
That'll go down as a game lost.
No, that was like you put as many balls as you can.
Oh, just a wee training thing.
A wee training thing. Oh, don't update. I've no time for this pish. Fucking updating. There's people watching this. Wee tiny Scots watching this.
Oh, I'll be getting messages at this one.
Wee tiny Scot. Hello there. What you doing there? Is the Irish as well? Hello there, Obie. You're fucking. Right. Oh no. I've accidentally set up a game. I'm going to lose 30 grand.
Accidentally.
Oh no! Look. That means I've lost. Like, that's me gambled 30 grand. I've lost a lot. It doesn't matter because I don't care. So there's my stats. I've won £3.76 billion. I've currently got fuck all because I'm going to lose that money. I've won 563 tournaments.
Nice.
Out of 1,630. Balls potted 139,315. Right, 1 streak 2. Fucking games won. Fucking 14,720. 14,000 games.
That's only one, so you've played probably double that.
No. My win rate's 66.9%, so that's pretty good.
My apologies.
But how many hours is that? How many? Like, so that's like 14,000. Like 14,000. Well, it probably takes 5 minutes a game, maybe.
I'd say a bit less.
Say 3 minutes, right?
Yeah.
3 minutes a game. Right, I've played like 22. This can't speak me. 22,000 games. I've played 22,000 games times. Right, let's fucking work it out, right? Right, we're going to do this. This is me shaming myself into fucking. I'm not deleting. I like it. Is it how to the amount of time you waste? Calculator, right? Right, 22,000. That's how many games I've played online times 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Roughly, aye. Let's say that's the average.
So 66,000 minutes, right, divided by 60. Fucking 1,100 hours divided by 24. So that's like 45 days straight I've played that, right? How like 24-hour days.
And you're a tenth of the way. Did they not say 10,000 hours is what it takes to become...
I'm fucking good at it. I'm too good at it, right? So 45 days totally, right? So imagine that's like 8-hour days, right? So multiply that by 3, and that's like 137 working days.
Right, and then...
That's like half a year.
Let's find out what that would be in minimum wage if that was your job. What I don't know what minimum wage is these days.
What did I say? What did I say? 45 days. So 45 days, 24 multiplied by 8, say, I don't know, 9. We'll say 8.
Something like
Nine, 9. That's £9,000. But imagine
So if you
this.
spent all that time in a
Right.
warehouse, or
Oh, fuck, that's wasting more time. Imagine I spent like 45 days straight writing material.
what if actually you just did that, but you live streamed it on Twitch and got paid?
Maybe, so I could have done that, aye. I mean, see, I'm wasting my fucking life. So that's another reason why. So this might become material now. So that 45 days wasted might become a bit of material that changes my life.
We could make that a feature on Patreon. Like, we'll do wee videos of us playing that game together, and then if you pay us like a £5 a month, you get to join us online for a game of pool.
Aye, fucking hell. We'll get a game. I want to
Or
get a game.
a tenner a month, you get to come up the Red Triangle with us.
Aye. I used to say Ainsley's a good player. We'll talk about that just before it. Aye.
I reckon she'd smash you.
Oh, no chance, man. No chance. Bring it on.
She was actually pro for a while.
No, she was the.
No, well, she told you she used to care. She was a carer for a while and looked
That
after
doesn't
a
make
boy.
you pro. That just
She got paid to play pool. Does that not make you pro?
Aye, well, she's just looking after a guy that liked pool.
Aye, I think that makes you pro. She got paid to play pool most days. I think that makes her professional.
Aye, well, okay, then that makes you professional.
So you've been playing in some competitions?
Just 2.
That's some.
Some, aye. So,
Pair of competition.
no, well, I've been doing like there's like tournaments, like aye. So I played 2. First one I got to the final.
Nice.
I get beat in the final, 3-0. It was only the best of 3 there, but I was quite happy and I made 25 quid. Then the last week I get beat. The guy that won it got him in the first round. He was a fucking great player. He beat me 4-0 in the first round. But he's a good player though, so I had chances. But I think if I was playing regularly, I'd give him a good game. But the guy was just fucking. It was really good. You leave him open, he's finishing the game.
Are you going to get back into it regularly? I know
Aye.
you've got the fringe coming up, really, but then after
Aye.
that,
But I'll probably get there's a few guys that I know. There's a wee there's a couple of pool. The Oz bar. I've been in the Oz bar. It's just off the Cowgate.
I don't think so. No.
So there's a couple of guys I know. A guy Ross, somebody that I know that I met a few times. A guy from London or Southend or something like that, who's coming up, who plays a bit of snooker. So maybe get a few games with him.
Nice.
So there's a few guys that I could maybe get a game. It's hard fitting in with them.
Aye.
So I've got 2:20, 2:45. So that time's all gone. So it need to be before 12. I'm just constantly either gigging or flying.
Oh well.
So I might get a wee hour.
That's what it's all about.
Then I'll need to fit in podcasts as well.
Did you sort your? I seen you said the other day you've not sorted where you're staying.
Nah, man, it's because I'm kind of lucky with Edinburgh Festival because I can travel through if I need to.
Aye.
So I'm thinking because it's a lot of money and I probably won't have enough money to pay for accommodation until I've been there a week.
Aye.
And I should earn decent money when I'm there anyway. So I might travel through the first week and then just save a few quid and then just stay the last 2 weeks.
Fair enough.
Maybe. I could stay on the odd floor in that the first week just if I'm out drinking.
Just like in the disabled toilet or some pub.
Maybe, aye. Just get pissed and sleep somewhere.
Aye. I've still not booked it. We had like a few things planned we were going to come through for, and then
What were you planning?
just in terms of like shows that we were going to, like a couple of pals that we'd sort of put a date in the diary and like, do you want to come through at the Fringe this day? And they trust me as the comedy expert of the group to book what shows
Have
we're
you
going to.
have you had a look who's on there? Like have you had seen them that you like that's any recommendations for Tiny Wee Scott? Sorry mate, sorry man. He's got to punch my cunt. I think he's probably bigger than me, isn't he? He's probably like 5'9".
Oh, nah. I think a lot of the people like we saw last year, so like the Some Laugh guys, Stephen Buchanan's only doing a couple of shows because his wedding's coming up, so he's not doing a full run. He's only doing a couple.
Oh, she get married this year, is he?
Aye. Who else?
He's a tiny wee guy as well, isn't he?
He is. I think he's smaller than Scott actually.
Probably, aye.
I want to see Raymond this year.
I got book him early. He's sold out. He sold about a fifth of his tickets now, so get
I'll
book
get
in for him now.
Mark Nelson.
Aye,
Love him.
I get him booked in early as well. He's
in the Hive again, I think.
Aye.
Kai Humphreys, he's doing the Fringe this year.
Right.
Didn't do it last year.
Was it last year? I think
he maybe done a couple of spots, but it wasn't doing his own show.
He turned up to watch. I was watching the Newcastle game last year, but I became a United fan.
Aye.
They get pumped some band.
Aye. He's doing his own show and then he's touring it after. So
he did a full run.
Aye.
All right.
Can't remember where. Stand maybe. No, it's not. It's Just a Tonic, one of them.
Right.
Who else?
Robin Bastards.
we've done that episode. Go back and watch it.
I know.
Who else? Connor Burns. I don't know if he's doing it this year, but I like him.
Connor Burns is a decent act. He's probably there.
He's local as well, isn't he?
He's a Glasgow boy. I think it was Edinburgh.
He's
I'm not sure. Edinburgh.
Who else? Gareth Waugh. Saw him last year. He was good.
Aye.
Ryan Cullen's doing it this year. He wasn't there last year.
See, I've met Ryan a couple of times. I've never actually seen him perform. Is he good?
Aye. He supported Mark at the Kings.
Aye.
They have the podcast together.
That's
they
right, aye.
watch films and stuff. So I've only seen him live that once, so I definitely want to see him. So all that kind of stuff.
Do you know one of the best things I seen last year? It was what's his name? Fuck it. I had his name in my head there. Daniel Kitson. You ever heard of him?
Oh, did he? I know, is it Dan Petrie I'm thinking of? Dan Kitson. I know the name. Okay.
So he's like Daniel Kitson. He's like a comedian. He's like if you ask, like, it's like every comedian. The guys like Stuart Lee, love him.
Yeah.
In fact, I went to see him. Stuart Lee was in the audience watching him,
Wow.
and we chatted to him in the gig. In the gig, and so Daniel Kitson last year, and he's the only guy that could do he shows at 10 in the morning, and the whole run was sold out like well before the festival.
Aye.
And that he's like very niche. He knows. He's just everything he does is nuts. And what he done, right? So it was maybe like it was like a round. It was like a tent thing.
Right.
So the stage is in the middle, and everybody's kind of around him.
Oh,
With that kind of tent kind of idea.
In the round, they call it.
Aye, I can't remember what it's called. And basically everybody that went in got a script.
Right.
So we were all part of the play.
Okay.
So it was like a play.
Interesting.
But everybody in the audience had a part in it. So about 100 people all had a part in it. And I can't remember how it worked out. It was a seat number or something you got. Oh no, what it was, you got a script. And every script was highlighted with your part in it.
Ah, okay.
So he basically had all the scripts written out. I was like, how did they manage this? They just highlighted your part.
Yeah.
And I was dead nervous, man. I was like, only one line. I was like, I've been gigging three gigs a day, and I was like, oh shit, man.
This is my big moment.
This is my big moment. Stormed it.
Yes.
And it was basically, it was like the script was all interaction.
Right.
So it's basically
so like him talking back and forth with all these
aye,
characters.
it was no, but it was the audience. So we
So
were
is he not even part of it? Is it just the audience?
No, he was part of it. So he was like, it's basically us saying, going, Daniel, what the fuck is this show about? It was very kind of meta.
Interesting.
It was all kind of, it was nuts. I can't explain it. Going, what is this show about, Daniel? What it is? It was just, I can't even explain it.
Is he back this year?
I'm not sure. I maybe have a look out.
I'll look. I might even go in tonight and
check.
start booking some
Like,
stuff.
if you're going to check the night, and if he's on, go and see him.
Aye.
And book it now. If
I went
you can.
to just when you were saying it was at 10 in the morning. I went to an early one sometime in the wee karaoke rooms in the City Cafe downstairs.
Oh, aye, I know what that is, aye.
That's funny wee rooms. Like one, it's probably about the size of this room.
Aye.
It's like
I
got.
mean, I'd love this room. We got a good 30 people in here.
Aye, because it's got like kind of wee benches right round the
Aye.
walls, and then
Aye.
just some like rows along the front. It was a good wee room. It was a good gig. It was 3 Australian guys I saw do it.
Aye.
I can't remember their names right enough, but you know.
Aye. I think I've done one gig in one of their rooms.
Aye. That was good fun. It was also, I mean, that's what the Fringe is about. They'll find any fucking broom cupboard in the bottom of a restaurant and turn it
Definitely,
into a
man.
venue.
There's one in like I've done there's one in the Three Sisters, and it's basically a cloakroom.
Is that the? Oh, what's it called? Is that part of Laughing Horse?
Aye.
Aye. I saw Mike Rice in there.
All right.
Aye.
In a
Was it
bigger
like-
room though.
No, it was a. Where was it? You go in, and then the bar's kind of on the right
I up the stair.
to the main room, but like just the door you come in off the street. The bar's at the kind of back right. This room was like off to the left,
All right, that
behind
one.
the wee curtain. It does have a stage.
Aye, quite a big stage.
Aye, but it's
Aye.
a fairly small room still, but it's got a
Aye,
wee stage.
still hold
And then
100
there's
in there.
Aye, and then there's another wee bit round the corner.
So there's ones up the stair as well.
Oh, is there? Right.
So there's that big room that you're talking about, and then they have like 2, maybe 50 seaters up the stair.
All right.
But then there's also a wee room. It's actually during the year. It's where you hang your coat up. So basically, there you get you give somebody £1, you get
Aye.
a ticket, you get your coat in,
Aye.
basically the cloakroom. And I done a gig there one year. I wasn't my regular gig, and you couldn't even sit in the room if you're performing.
Aye.
So it was like a compilation show, but there's maybe only 10 people in the audience, and you had to wait outside before it was your time to go on stage.
I like mad wee shows like that, especially at the
brilliant.
Fringe. There's just like this mad chaos about like, and even the feeling of like getting towards the end of a show and you've booked another one for the next 15 minutes and you need to get to the
Aye,
other side of
aye.
town and there's that fucking panic.
Try to think of the mad ones. Like, so there was one year, a few years ago, somebody had a van parked at the grass market and the gig was in the back of the van. So just some dodgy bastard going, "Do you want to come into the back of my van?" And maybe get 5 people in. He's getting in the van. And there's this year, the Laughing Horse as well. I shouldn't be talking, they're little rivals, PBH, but it doesn't matter. So the Laughing Horse, they've got a horse's cart this year.
Oh, really?
So I'd imagine they might have it in. I'd imagine they'll have it in the Three Sisters in the kind of courtyard.
So is that going to hold like 6 people?
Probably, aye. I hope they take the horse out. So they've got it. So they've got a horse's cart. And they used to have a bus in there as well. There is a bus as well, usually.
I don't think I've actually been in the main one. I've only been in that wee one up at the.
The what?
Is there like a main venue that they use?
The Laughing Horse?
Aye.
No, there's a few venues.
Right.
Same as PBH, they've got like different
I
venues.
didn't know if they had one that was just the Laughing Horse as a venue.
No. They've got their main. Well, they've got a few, man. They've got a few nice ones. So the Three Sisters is probably the main hub.
Yeah, that's the only one I've been in.
And that's got a good vibe in it. I mean, it's good sitting there. Like, it's good going down there for a beer when it's a nice day.
Yeah.
You can just chill out.
In fact, me and Tiny Scott went in there.
To take out, just squander the fence there. There with his pint like that.
That day we came to see you at the Fringe.
Right, by accident.
And we went straight from your show over to the stand to see Gareth Waugh.
Right.
And then we came out of the stand and we went for dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Right.
And then we went from there to the Three Sisters and had a pint in there.
Aye. It's a good venue. There's always football on and stuff like that, and there's always a big stag do's and shit, and it's always a bit mental.
Aye. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I know. I might, depending how the gig goes, I might see if you can sort me with some open spots or something. We'll see.
Aye, fucking don't give me that. I'll see how the gig goes. Pish.
I know I've done it before and I enjoyed it, and I'm already looking forward to how this one goes.
I was saying that to Jack in the workshop. He was doing a couple of 1-to-1s with him, and I was like, Jack, he's been looking at gigs that are on. I was like, just fucking go for it, man.
Yeah.
Just go out and do it, and it's the only way to learn.
I kind of said to myself I was going to do some gigs during the workshop.
Aye.
Like in the last couple of weeks building up to that gig. And I think the reason I've not is...
That's because you're a shite bag.
Partly because I'm a shite bag, but as I say, it's lined up with all the music stuff happening, so that's kind of been where my focus is at the moment. But I do definitely want to.
See, it's a weird. It's like, because I think like what happens in New Year in a controlled, it's kind of a controlled structured thing. So
you're in a safe space.
At the safe space,
you're not getting judged because everyone's there doing the same thing.
Aye. Whereas if you're out, because I mean, there was like Sarah in the workshop.
Yeah,
she done my workshop 2 years ago, and then like I'd seen her like a year later, and I was like, "Have you done any gigs?" And she was like, "No." I was like, but she's doing them now, which is cool. And it's because you need to, and there was a guy I seen on, a wee guy, what's his name again? A wee guy that I met doing Viv's course for a couple of days.
Aye.
Which wasn't well. Fucking Dunning, wee guy Dunning was kind of his first name. And he was saying, like, I want to, because he'd done a few gigs a few years ago, but he kind of had decided, I'll wait to see, because Viv done her workshop gig last week. Mm-hmm. And she said, I'll wait to see how Andrew Dunnan, right? Good wee guy. And he says, I'll wait to see how that gig goes first to decide whether I'm going ahead with that. I was like, you should not give a fuck about that.
Because I suppose there is a chance that gig could go poorly,
It could go poorly.
And that's not a reason to not keep going.
Aye.
I know that.
Aye.
I keep sort of saying I'll see how this gig goes, but again, it's also to do with everything else I've got going on.
Aye.
So we'll see.
Because the thing is, like, if I decided, like, if one of my first ever gigs went badly, that was it. You know what it's like, Kris, right? Were you ever a kid?
I'm not sure.
Were you ever a baby?
I might have just come out like this.
This is just like this, aye. You know, it's like You know, and I've seen this example 100 times. It's like, do you know how, like, now when you learn to walk,
I don't remember it, but it must have
you know
happened.
what I mean? Like you never see a Wayne like learning to walk. They get up and they usually go in their cunt. They usually go, fuck. You never see the parents going, well, walking's no for you, Davey, is it? Is that, yeah, that's it. So what I'm going to, what I'm going to do more, I'm going to try and walk over to there. If I can't do it, I'll just get a wheelchair.
I'll see how this next walk goes, and then I'll decide if I'm going to keep it going.
So I'm like, right, let's go for it. I'm shite at walking, and then that's it, fucked.
Aye, fair enough.
Just like stand up, you kind of go, right, I'll try this, stand up for the first time, and then if I'm shite, it's like me, imagine like once I eventually do my first music gig, right, and all day.
Here it goes again, man. I need to do this first guitar lesson for a third time.
I know. But once I do my first gig, imagine I said, right, depending on that, because I probably won't be that good. You know what I mean?
That's not the attitude.
But no, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be like you or Ed Sheeran, right? You know what I mean?
Compare me to Ed.
It's same level of. And imagine I went up and done my thing. It wasn't very good. They go, that's me, no musician now. But
no, I know it doesn't happen overnight, and you need to fucking work at it. But
logically, it's a good thing. But your emotional brain's going, no.
I know.
We're all weirdos, aren't we? It's like we got all these fears. And it's fucking mad.
Oh, right. Well, we've hit the hour, and then this needs to be edited now. So now, because it's
you just press a button and put it on YouTube, now.
I'll work on that wee system. But it's it's 3 hours till this needs to be online.
All right, fair enough.
Any closing remarks?
They say that as if he cares. No, he's not done one for the last 2 weeks. And all our audience have left now, Chris. That's it. They've all fucked off.
I went to them. I'm sorry.
It's like, imagine these stenders just decided not to put episodes out 1 week.
I think we could all do with that.
Fair enough. Aye.
They need to end one day. Do you think it ever will?
No, you know that scares me.
What, the idea that it will end?
No, the idea that it won't end.
It'll outlive us all.
I think, honestly, right, I used to watch these stenders. Right, I think I watched Coronation Street and Neighbours as well.
Right.
But I wasn't one of these people going, soaps are all a piss. I used to be into them. I just don't watch them now. And I think the reason why is, right, because you're never going to get closure. Because imagine you watched it all your life. There's going to be a point in your life where you die. The soaps are just going to stop for you. You can't. Somebody's going to be on their deathbed one day going, who killed Phil Mitchell? And they'll never know. Because there's constant cliffhangers. You can't live like that.
Everything ends. Surely.
The soap operas don't, though.
I think they will one day.
But see, when the world ends, the next generation of beings will be watching episodes of Coronation Street because it'll all be AI generated.
But like in a museum.
But no. What if one day it becomes AI generated and they just end up doing EastEnders episodes for infinity?
Have you seen that Black Mirror episode about the Netflix thing? That's like it creates a program just based on somebody's life.
I've seen most of them.
It was the first episode of the latest season.
Was there a new season out?
Well, this was like last year.
All right.
It's just that idea that it's like in the terms and conditions that you've agreed to, it was like you agreed to something that was like Netflix can just use your life.
Fuck, I've seen that. What was it called again? Horrible Susie or something?
It was somebody's name, aye.
It was a lassie, wasn't it? And they just done a Netflix thing of her life. That was fucked up.
And then at the end there's the reveal that the whole thing we've been watching is one of those shows about someone else's life.
Aye.
Because it was, what was it, Salma Hayek was like the woman that they cast in the show of this woman's life.
It was good though. It was a bit of a mind fuck in it.
Aye. I love those ones of Black Mirror. Is the playtest one as well. Have you seen that? The guy that goes to test like a prototype video game thing and they put like the chip in his head and it's meant to like know his deepest fears and stuff, and it puts him in this haunted house and shows him like stuff that he's scared of, and then it like he has this whole mad like breakdown, goes home to his mum and he's like tells her he loves her because he realises like his deepest fear is like to do with his relationship with his mum.
Aye, fucking hell.
And then the reveal at the end is all of the hour episode that you've watched was actually flashing before his eyes when he died in like an instant when the thing first turned on.
Fuck's sake, man.
There we go.
Scary shit, man.
Spoilers for Black Mirror. But you know, it's fucking years old.
Wee tiny Scott will be scared to watch that, won't he?
Sorry, Scott. He's going to love this episode. Should we call it Wee Tiny Scott?
Wee Tiny Scott. Aye, why not? Aye. Wee Tiny Scott episode.
So, can you get tickets for your Fringe shows, or is it just
my Fringe shows? You turn
is it
up.
all buckets?
It's all buckets, man. So you turn up, But get there early, man. So I mean, last year.
You'll be queued in the cowgate.
Aye, so it's good though. The PBH is good, man. So you turn up, and Saturday's always rammed. So if you're coming on a Saturday, get there early because people get turned away. A Saturday, it's nuts.
Aye.
So you don't do tickets, you just turn up, and it works well. I done all right. I done pretty well last year.
Cool. So I was going to say links to tickets will be in the description,
Nah.
but no, links to tickets are in these words. Get there early.
I get there early.
I'll link my band stuff. As I said, there's nothing on it yet. I will put that wee video in where we said, but if you follow it, there is going to be like real stuff coming. So
And what we've planned, we've talked about it before, is get the Patreon set up. And what I've got a load of wee courses I want to go, like funny courses, but maybe be useful. Like the memory stuff will be useful.
Like we did the episode on here about the memory stuff. Just
Aye,
that
so
one wee example
more
of it,
detailed
so.
stuff on the memory stuff
Yep.
and other wee ideas I've got. So what's going to happen, because it's hard to get time to do everything with Kris, I'm going to just film them in my house, just with my normal stuff. Then gradually we'll do it more professionally in here.
Yes.
But we'll start that. We want to have that started up before the Edinburgh Festival. People can
We'll
join.
work on that. I think I said it in the last episode, we do actually have a Patreon. I'll put it in the link.
Aye.
If you want to pay us for nothing on it right now, feel free. But keep an eye on it.
But I think we'll start putting stuff on it the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, before the Fringe. We'll try
Before
to
the
get it
Fringe
up,
and get it set up so that we can do it.
Aye, so keep an eye on that.
Aye.
And we've got a waiting list of guests we need to get in, don't we?
Aye, because it's been hard. I've got like Phil Collins, Billy Connolly, and all that. And there's a few people that want to come and do it.
We've got Mark Brown lined up.
Oh yeah, that is he. Like, I finally, we've done this since the start of the year. I finally read his dad's book.
Took what, 7 months?
Aye. So have you told your dad yet that I've read it? I think I told him on Facebook.
I was talking to him the other day.
So when can you do
he's
it?
looking forward to coming on. Well, he's like pretty much off his work for the summer, so we'll be able to sort him. Looking forward to it.
Next week maybe. I know we're doing. No, next week we're doing the.
Oh, aye, we're doing the. Are we telling them or are we?
Tell them, man, because you tell them to come back.
We're doing the. We're stealing hot ones. We're doing a hot chicken episode, a hot chicken challenge.
So we're going to do hot wings or hot chicken.
Yes.
So there's various levels. So you've got a spicy kit or something.
I got Ainsley for Christmas, like a wee box, a wee kit of like hot one style, like hot sauces that get increasingly hot as like a fun game. So we're going to do chicken.
Oh man, I'm a lightweight, man. I'm like a
chicken lightweight.
Because if I go to I go to peri chicken now and again, and I get mild is hot for me. Like mild is like just enough.
I mean, there's some places that are like that, like Black Rooster. You been there?
Aye, that's similar. Aye,
those ones, like sometimes if you order medium, it burns them out.
Aye, fuck, I know. And they've got hot and extra hot as well, haven't they?
I've got some material I'm writing about that. So
about what?
About just how out of hand hot chicken's getting.
Scary shit, isn't it? So for that episode, that'll be episode 26.
Yep. And
next
then next week is chicken. Maybe next week we'll get my dad.
Yeah.
And then we'll look at. You've got some folk waiting as well, haven't you?
Aye, so Viv G wants to come and do it.
Cool.
So there's a few people, I think. Aye, so we've got a few.
And maybe some from the new crop of workshoppers as well, if they're interested.
Aye.
Cool.
So I know I spoke to Lindsay about doing it because she's
got some acting stuff.
She's got some acting stuff. She was in a children's programme.
Aye.
She's got some stories, I think. So she maybe do it at one point. Well, she wants to do it at one point. So aye, got a few on.
Sounds good.
Billy Connolly's going to do it. We might Glenn Michael.
Right.
Tiny wee Scott's going
Tiny
to
wee Scott. Thanks for
Tiny wee
watching.
Scott on.
Go on.
He's probably bigger than me. I'm being a dick. Sorry, Scott. Sorry, mate. Sorry. I've had too much.
Do you want to go and resolve this outside, mate?
I've had too much Ribena.
Right, we'll see you next week for chicken.
See you next week. Chicken!
Chicken!